Okay, beloveds, let's stand for our first song, which is...
You gotta sing.
You gotta sing?
When Spirit says to sing.
All right.
Whoa, whoa. Sing it loud, sing it proud. Yeah. You gotta sing when the Spirit says to sing. You gotta sing when the Spirit says sing. When the Spirit says sing, you gotta sing right along. You gotta sing when the Spirit says sing. You gotta clap. You gotta clap when the Spirit says clap. You gotta clap when the Spirit says clap. When the Spirit says clap, you gotta clap right along. You gotta clap when the Spirit says clap. You gotta hum. You gotta hum when the Spirit says hum. You gotta hum when the Spirit says hum. When the Spirit says hum, you gotta hum right along. You gotta hum when the Spirit says hum. You gotta snap. You gotta snap when the Spirit says to snap.
Come on.
You gotta snap when the Spirit says snap. When the Spirit says snap, you gotta snap right along. You gotta snap when the Spirit says snap. Shh. You gotta hush when the Spirit says to hush. You gotta hush when the Spirit says hush. When the Spirit says hush, you gotta hush right along. You gotta hush when the Spirit says to hush. You gotta pray. You gotta pray when the Spirit says to pray. You gotta pray when the Spirit says pray. When the Spirit says pray, you gotta pray right along. Pray when the Spirit says to pray. You gotta sing when the Spirit says to sing. You gotta sing when the Spirit says sing. I said sing. You gotta Spirit says sing. You gotta sing right along. You gotta sing when the Spirit says to sing. Okay, this next song you need to memorize the lyrics because we didn't get them printed. The words are, I am so alive. That's it.
Hard lyrics.
I'll sing it once through. I am so alive. I am so alive. I am so alive. I am so alive. 1, 2, 3, 4. I am so alive. I am so alive. I am so alive. I am so alive.
beloveds, while you're on your feet, turn to one another and offer the Namaste greeting. Namaste. Namaste, musicians. I see you there. Namaste. Namaste, Zoomers. Blessings. We're so grateful for you. Thank you for tuning in. Namaste, Brian and Travis in the back. Standing in the doorway. Sonia, namaste. Blessings, everyone. All right. Also, please take a moment to silence your cell phones. And if your phone rings during the service, I will answer it. And it'll be fun. Don't try this, though. Good morning, beloveds. My name is Reverend Elizabeth Rowley Hogue, and I'm the spiritual director and senior minister here. And it is my great joy to say to you, welcome to the Awakening Ways community, spiritual community, where all that we ask is that you remain open to the possibility of awakening to the loving heart, the inspired mind, and sacred soul present in every life. We are an independent New Thought community, and we follow the teachings of Ernest Holmes. This service has been designed especially for you. Welcome home. We have been waiting for you. Yeah! All right, we have an affirmation for today, and I invite you to please repeat after me. I'm happy and I know it. I'm happy and I know it. I'm happy and I know it. And so it is. And now our practitioner of the day, Linda, is going to come up and offer the Ernest Holmes reading and opening prayer. You're welcome.
Good morning. I know all of you know, but I'm always here to remind you that we are a community that knows the power of prayer. And there are 14 practitioner and ministers on our soul support team that will pray for you all week. There are 4 ways to receive prayer. You can fill out a prayer form and put it in the box on the table to my left. I have to look at my ring to know my left from my right. Send an email to info@awakeningways.org, and please write prayer request in the subject line so that we'll look at it really quickly. Take one of the business cards on the table and make an appointment for a more in-depth time with a practitioner or minister, and I will be available in the lobby after service for what we call a 3-minute miracle. They take a little longer than 3 minutes. I shouldn't say that. So anyway, if you're comfy, close your eyes, relax, take a breath, and I'll do a reading from Ernest Holmes and then a little prayer. Knowing that the loving presence is always closer to me than my very breath, I have nothing to fear. I turn the dial of my thought into the sunshine of life, into brightness and laughter, into the joyous presence of radiant spirit. I lay aside all anxiety, all striving, and let the law of divine love operate through me into my affairs. Joyfully I anticipate greater abundance, more success, and a deeper peace. I feel this loving protection around me. There is only one power, one life, one mind, one perfect intelligence that created all life out of itself. Everywhere, everything, organic, inorganic, all of us, everything we see, hear, touch, and smell, and everything we don't hear, see, touch, and smell, it is all God, all spirit, all divine, all love, all perfect, whole, and complete. I am a perfect light of the divine. God is in me, as me, is me. All that I do, all that I am, is the divine manifested in me in human form as Linda. As this is true for me, this is true for everyone, everywhere. We are each perfect lights of the divine. God is in us, as us, is us. We are the health of spirit. We are the consciousness of the universe. We are the peace of God. I know that today is a perfect day, and that each one of us will hear the perfect words that will resonate with us from Reverend Elizabeth. The perfect words that will touch our heart and open it. Open it to the one, and we are connected. I know that the music today will lift us, as it always does, to that place of joy, exuberance, magical. And for that, I am grateful. I am grateful that for this moment, we know who we are, perfect divine beings, accepting of all the good that comes our way. And for that, I am grateful. So I release my words of love, into the creative law. There is nothing to do, for it is done, so I let it be. And together we say, and so it is.
Sister, I need to talk to you. This might sound strange, and you probably think I'm crazy. I've lost my mind. Okay, you're amazing. I'm incredible. I'm a miracle, a dream come true. And I'm marvelous. I'm beautiful. Guess what? So are you. Now people, it's becoming clear. I can feel it down in my soul. I know I am you and you are me. And I'm grateful for the simple things we take for granted every day. I can walk and talk and use my mind, okay. I'm amazing, I'm beautiful, I'm a miracle, a dream come true. Yeah, I'm marvelous, I'm beautiful, guess what? So are you. Well, a little better than anyone or anything. This is a call to come together and accept responsibility and be amazing. You're incredible. Yeah, you're a miracle, a dream come true. And I'm marvelous. I'm beautiful. Guess what? So are you. Yeah, I'm amazing. I'm incredible. I'm a miracle, a dream come true. I'm marvelous. I'm beautiful. Guess what? So are you.
wonderful. Are y'all awake? Zoomers, are you awake? Good morning, beloveds. Mellow, yeah, good. Hi, I see some faces that weren't here before. Welcome. Oh my goodness, it's so great to be here with you again today. If you're just tuning in for the first time on Zoom or are here for the first time, I'm Reverend Elizabeth Rowley Hogue, and I'm the spiritual director and senior minister here. Welcome. So the month of March is coming to a close this week, and so we're wrapping up our Seed of Awakening, which has been play, and we've had a lot of fun this whole month. We did our laughing exercise last week, and we actually got a video of that, which I just love, and I posted, 2 weeks ago, thank you. I'm in some interesting time warp over here. So that was a lot of fun and a lot of laughter, and I was reminded when I listened to that video and watched it again how powerful it is to be in community together, and how much energy together we can generate. You know, there's an energy that you are generating when you're alone or tuning in or listening to something, but when you're in a group, in a community of people, it's like there's this intensified, magnified vibration. So thank you for being here. I'm so grateful for you. It's good to see you. And we're going to have some more fun today, just a little bit though. And today's topic is if you're happy and you know it. And so you can imagine what's coming next or soon. But all month we've been talking about how important a life of play and rest is for our health, both inside and out. There's another dimension though. Play helps us to build relationships filled with joy and meaning. So the idea was that us as a community have been embracing this idea of playing together, of being playful, and to take ourselves a little bit less seriously, because there's serious enough stuff happening all around us, right? So Spirit has created each one of us with an overflowing capacity for joy, balance, and freedom. And yet we have this very human tendency to get caught up in the busyness of the world and forget to engage in these essential aspects of our divine selves. Play is a sacred activity. Have you ever considered it that way? It's sacred, absolutely necessary for our complete expression in this life. It's healing to our bodies, it's healing to our minds, and it is healing to the heart. It also connects us with others, and it inspires our greater yet to be. So when we're laughing, we're totally out of our heads. There is nothing else happening but the joy in that humor, right? In that laughter, the joy of the moment, this spontaneous moment that we are living in right now, all of us. And everything else just falls away, and it is so powerful. And so we were talking about using laughter as a spiritual practice throughout the week, and that's been magnificent for me. I don't know about you, but I definitely needed some laughs. So the question that I'm going to pose to you this week is to ask yourself, am I open to being playful with my spiritual family? I believe the answer is already yes. But the question also is it possible that I might loosen up a little bit in front of people, not only my spiritual family, but in front of others, and accepting invitations to engage in playfulness and just maybe have a little fun? You think? Yeah? Who's down with that? All right, I think everyone. Zoomers, everyone in the room is down with that. Are you down with us a little fun? I know Reverend Diane is. Okay, good. So in his book, Think Your Troubles Away, Ernest Holmes wrote, "If we would know a God of joy, we must become joyful. I don't know about y'all, but my God is a joyful God. Yeah? It rains levity and laughter like manna from heaven. And it is such a beautiful experience. On a beautiful, glorious day, I can feel and sense and hear this presence of Spirit singing to me through the bird song in the morning and from this, what's called Tanalak, which is like the sound, the song of Mother Earth that is actually singing, and you hear it in the wind and the way it moves. And when you walk outside, there's a sense of a presence that is beyond my thinking mind. I love that, don't you? So God is actually calling my name. And when I remember this, I am able to be present and still and know that there is something far greater happening than what is happening in my worries, in my doubts, in my fears. And there's actually a song that goes, hush, hush, somebody's calling my name. Hush, hush, somebody's calling my name. I'm not a singer. But that song, if you can hear that, train yourself to be present to that. God is calling my name. God is calling your name right now. And it's saying, feel the joy of this moment. You have come here to be joyful, happy, free, prosperous, whole, in spite of everything that might be going on in your life. Because I know some of us have some stuff going on right now. I had some stuff going on last year. I had a lot of busyness going on earlier this year, and it's only March. Seems like it's been more than 3 months. But to feel and sense and be present to that and say yes to it. God is saying, I am a gift of joy for you in your life. And as Ernest Holmes said, we can tell ourselves, I am actually a gift of joy that God gives to a wonderful world. And so who am I called to be, you know? So then we walk into situations, we walk into our family structures, we walk into parks or wherever we find ourselves at the grocery store, thinking about what can I bring that is going to raise the vibration? And then you get to be that and then see what happens in the world around you as you are being who you came here to be. What a beautiful gift. So I love what the awesome Hafez wrote. I caught the happy virus last night when I was out singing beneath the stars. It's remarkably contagious, so kiss me, he says. No. It's so cute. And speaking of cute, how was DeLon last Sunday? Oh, good. Awesome. Thank you. Isn't it great that we have wonderful individuals? DeLon is a ministerial student and a practitioner, and so is Susan. We just have this great pool of powerful folks to share their wisdom with us. Isn't that great? Yeah. And I know there are more, like we have Dr. Jan Lindberg, who is not present here in form today, but we're going to see about getting her back on the schedule too. I think that'll be great. So I haven't listened to the whole talk from last Sunday as I had just picked up the laptop and it just didn't get processed until just yesterday. But I did hear, so I end up clipping like the beginning and the end, and I heard the choir and musicians singing, "My God is so good to me," and I can't believe that I missed it. It was like, oh, come on. That is one of my favorites, so let's please do that again. When I'm here, that song, the lyrics, I got up this morning thinking, God is so good. My God is so good to me. Like the songs that we hear on Sunday morning here are so powerful as the earworms for us throughout the week, right? You might find yourself doing housework and suddenly that song pops into your head or whatever it is, So beautiful. So the first step toward a life of play, fun, and joy with others is to open up to the willingness to be with others in a playful way. Now, there's a movie called Frozen. How many of you have seen this movie? So there's this movie, and Anna is wanting to play with her sister, and there's this whole thing, and she eventually gets to play later, but she just wants to build a snowman. She just wants to build a snowman, but the sister can't, Do you ever do that in your own life? Like, I can't right now, I'm upset. This is not funny. There's nothing to laugh about. Right? You just want to build a snowman, Have some fun. So she wanted to play, and there are those who want to play with you. There are those who want to play with you, to have some fun, to let go, and to laugh, and feel that expression of life and celebration in this one precious, finite amount of time that we have here in this particular form, right? Beautiful. So it's not always easy to allow ourselves to be seen in the vulnerable light that inherently comes with play. It involves overcoming the fear of taking off the mask, of what's acceptable in public and what's appropriate, and allowing your inner child to just come out and romp around. They want to have fun, right? Let's do it. So accepting invitations for play when they come is an essential step. So if somebody says, hey, do you want to go fill in the blank? Say yes. Okay, even if everything in you is saying no, especially if everything in you is saying, no, not today. Accept the invitations from others. When someone is willing to leave their comfort zone and invite you into their world, connect with your own sense of joy and wonder and say, yes, yes, my beloved. I would love to build a snowman. There's no snow, though. How about a sandman? When we're playful with others, we really allow ourselves to be known on a deeper level, more deeply and more completely. It doesn't seem like it because we think in order to be deep, I've got to get up here and say some very deep and profound things about the Spirit and how important this is and all of that. But you can connect on a deep level by letting your guard down and laughing. Oh, it's just so good. That moment of shared laughter and shared freedom, because it's like we are putting down that mask and allowing ourselves to be present and available. So Jean Houston, an American author involved in the human potential movement, wrote, "At the height of laughter, the universe is flung unto a kaleidoscope of new possibilities." That is so brilliant. At the height of laughter, because in that moment you are connected with eternal possibility, with infinite potentiality, because you're not thinking about the reasons why you can't do things, or you're not thinking about why you shouldn't be laughing. You're not thinking about any of that. You have allowed the bloated nothingness to get out of your way and let those divine circuits through. And so in those moments, we are connected to that infinite possibility. Boom. So if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling blue, if you're feeling down, if you're wanting to connect with others, you don't have to be deep and profound. Laughter and playfulness is equally deep and profound. And that's just the way it is. So you have permission today to be playful. Are you with me? Yeah. All right. Be playful, be happy, be free. Now, who remembers the easy button? right? Everybody should have remembered that. It's that button by Staples, and when you solve some seemingly difficult, outrageous problem, or even a really easy problem, you hit that button and it says, that was easy. It's so awesome. I loved that button. That was an ad campaign for them in 2005, and it was wildly successful, right? That was easy. It was so huge and landed really well. Well, another button emerged in 2020, which is very timely given the pandemic and quarantine and sheltering at home for so many months. But this new button is called the 30-second dance party. And with one press of the button, you get 30 seconds of high energy dance. And this was created in Germany. So there's like the German DJ, like really good electronic dance. So the idea is that everyone in a space agrees that once that button is pressed, everyone will dance for the entire 30 seconds of music. And that's the rule. She looks scared. Don't be scared. Fortunately for you all, I do not have one of these buttons yet. I just ordered it yesterday. But 30 seconds of dance also changes the energy in a space. It moves emotions through our body and allows for ruckus laughter, right? So 30 seconds is also not long enough for us to get self-conscious. The creators believed that if it was possible that people could dance together, then they would have an easier time being real with each other. And that's what I want. I just got the God bumps. Let's be real with each other, right? What's really going on? And so there's also something called the American Dance Movement Foundation, which is taking that even a step further with the National Day of Dance. Now, that day is the third Saturday in September, in case you want to put that in your calendar. But this group of people actually creates one simple, fun dance routine for each year, and they encourage people all over the world to learn the dance and perform it together, whether they're on stage or in their driveway. And then, of course, you take a video of it and post it everywhere. Now, why would you want to do this dancing thing? Why would we want to do this? Well, as I said, it's a powerful tool to transform energy, to tune up your mental atmosphere or the atmosphere of any setting you find yourself in. I can't wait to use this at my day job. I'm super stoked about that. We may even use it at home too, right? Yeah. So, sometimes we get so enmeshed in what's going on in our lives that a little 30-second dance party can just pull us out of our thinking and our thinking that we need to solve a problem or that we need to handle this, And then, boom, instant transformation. That's a way to let go. I remember when I first got into this teaching that I kept hearing, oh, let it go. And I would come and I would have my story, and it was a good story. And they were like, well, just let it go. And I was like, if I could, don't you think I would? Jeez, right? Man, I would let it go. So telling my thought to let it go, that's the thing that's holding on. So something else has got to do the letting go, right? So, but you learn different tools and ways to do it. Changing that energy, transforming, right? And sometimes at home, does this happen to anyone where you go into a room and you can't remember what you went in there for? Right. I know, it's happening to me too. Yeah, and so they say, though, that all you have to do is go out of the room and come back into the room because there's this threshold, and then it ignites a memory, right? So go out next time. Try this at home. Zoomers, try this at home. So next time you go into a room and forget, go out of the room and walk back in, and you'll remember. And now, isn't it a funny thing? You're standing in the room going, what? What? And then you go back down, and then, of course, you remember it if you're going downstairs, and you have to go back up the stairs. Yeah, try this at home. So the point of that is that it's a change of energy, and that is what we are looking for in order to transform any situation. The point being that we have this power within us. We are so, so powerful. We can transform any situation. We can transform any experience that is occurring in our lives, and we get to be the creator of what we want to see, of what we want to experience. Who's with me on that? Yes, can I get an amen? And so it is. Woo! All right. So American psychologist Charles Schaefer said, "We are never more fully alive, more completely ourselves, or more deeply engrossed in anything than when we are playing." Wow. All right, so everybody stand up. Zoomers, you too, stand up. Here we go. Yeah. We're going to sing our song. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, nod your head. If you're happy and you know it, nod your head. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, nod your head. What's the other one that you guys... What? Let's do that one. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands, stomp your feet, nod your head, shout hooray, hooray. Woo! All right, you can be seated. Oh. Morning calisthenics, right? Powerful. I mean, did you feel the shift of energy in yourself and in the room? You guys all know that song, isn't that? It's an easy one. So much fun. Wow. Thank you for playing along with me. Wow. All right, so friends, our book of the month this month is really good. If you have not purchased it yet, I highly recommend it. I think we've got like 3 or 4 left available here for your purchase, and we would love to have you pick one of these up. But I want to just look a little bit at this book because it's so powerful. Happy for No Reason, 7 Steps to Being Happy from the Inside Out by Marcy Shemhoff with Carol Klein. And she's got 7 steps to being happy from the inside out. And I just want to go over these 7 real quick with you. The first is the foundation, and that is to take ownership of your happiness. That is number 1. Take ownership of your happiness. This means that your happiness is not dependent on the IRS tax refund, okay? Thank you for laughing. We got one over here that thinks it's funny. Your happiness is not dependent on whether they have your size of shoe at DSW. Your happiness, she's like, well, it kind of is. Well, your happiness is not dependent on the weather. Your happiness is dependent upon you. And so when you take ownership of that, this is when you really learn how to be happy for no reason. Now, your friends might not like it. Just know that. But so what? You know, they can be unhappy all they want to. You get to take ownership of your happiness and be happy for no reason. That's step 1. Step 2 is the pillar of the mind. Don't believe everything you think. every single thought that passes through your mind is not a truthful thought, right? We're picking up thoughts all over the place. I pick up stuff from all kinds of people, and their images too, right? I pick up images. I'm really tuned in, and so when I go to a grocery store or something, there's all this stuff energetically coming at me, right? And I might pick up a conversation, and that's passing through my mind. And then when we're falling asleep later at night, all the things that we did through our day are passing through our minds. Not all true, okay? Don't believe everything you think. You might have heard something when you were younger, or from an ex, or from an old friend, or whatever, that wasn't true, and that keeps popping back up, and you actually think they were right. No, it's not. It's not true. Don't believe everything you think. Okay. 3, the pillar of the heart. The pillar of the heart says, let love lead. Let love lead us, right? Let us allow the love that lives within us to lead us. Oh, I need some help. Try again. Okay, let love lead. Wow. So gratitude, forgiveness, and compassion are tools that we can use to allow ourselves to really be led from love, right? Allow ourselves to practice gratitude, to practice forgiveness, and to be compassionate with ourselves so that we can also be compassionate with others, and let love lead us. Number 4 is the pillar of the body. She says, make your cells happy. What does that mean? Make your cells happy. How can you make your cells happy? You'll have to think about this and read the book, right? So I loved, so when we first started with Shelter at Home, I found this video on YouTube of a woman singing, and she was singing this and teaching her children to sing this in order to have some built-up immunity against COVID, right? And it was, every little cell in my body is happy, every little cell in my body is well, every little cell in my body is happy, every little cell in my body is well, every cell in my body. Kristen, I thought you were going to start breakdancing. Woo, okay. Whoever that is, awesome. Right? Every little cell in my body is happy and well. I love it. That is one way. So the 5th pillar is the pillar of the soul. This is powerful, probably the most powerful, which is plug yourself in to spirit. Plug yourself in. That's a new way to look at it, right? Plug yourself into spirit and allow yourself to be tuned into the divine, even in the face of what seems to be unlike it, you know, whatever that looks like for you. And so how many of you have either read the book or seen the movie called Eat, Pray, Love? It's so good. If you haven't seen that, I highly recommend it. It's so powerful. And so Eat, Pray, Love is Elizabeth Gilbert's book based on a true story about her life. And there is a moment in the beginning of the book and in the beginning of the movie where she is feeling like she needs to leave. She's got serious divine discontent, and she needs to get out of her current living situation. And she wakes up in the middle of the night, and she's kind of freaking out about it, and she goes into the bathroom, and she thinks she needs to get this divorce, and her husband's in bed, and she spends all this time in the bathroom, and she's just totally upset. And so she starts talking to God. Now, she at this point doesn't have any belief, but she's like, I'm sorry to bother you so late at night. I'm in serious trouble, and I'm sorry I haven't spoken directly to you before, but I do hope that I have always expressed ample gratitude for all the blessings that you have given me in my life. And then she starts crying even harder, right? But she says that God waited her out. She pulled herself together enough to go on. I'm not an expert at praying, as you know, but can you please help me? I'm in desperate need of help. I don't know what to do. I need an answer. Please tell me what to do. Please tell me what to do. Please tell me what to do. And so the prayer narrowed itself down to that simple entreaty. Please tell me what to do, repeated over and over again. She says she didn't know how many times she begged, only that she begged like someone who was pleading for her life. Can you relate? Until quite abruptly, it stopped, and she found herself not crying anymore. She stopped crying in mid-sob, she says, and she felt like something was happening, and she was surrounded by something that she could only describe as a little pocket of silence, a silence so rare that I didn't want to exhale for fear of scaring it off. I was seamlessly still. I don't know when I ever felt such stillness. Then she heard a voice. It wasn't an Old Testament Hollywood Charlton Heston voice, nor a voice telling her to build a baseball field in her backyard. It was merely her own voice, speaking from within her own self, but it was her voice as she had never heard it before. She said it was what my voice would sound like if I'd only ever experienced love and certainty in my entire life. That's God. How can I describe the warmth and affection in that voice as it gave me the answer that would forever seal my faith in the divine? The voice said, "Go back to bed, Liz." She is pleading and begging for an answer. What am I supposed to do? I need help. Tell me what to do. Tell me what to do. And it said, "Go back to bed, Liz." Right? So, anyway, I don't need to read any more of that, but tune into God. That was her tuning into the divine. I highly recommend that movie. It's really good. Or read the book or get the Audible. But first, get this one. Okay, tune in, plug yourself into spirit. Now, number 6, the 6th practice is the roof. Live a life inspired by purpose. So that is self-explanatory. Live a life inspired by purpose. Get tuned in, get connected to what it is you're doing here. Who do you want to be in the world? What kind of impact do you want to make while you're here in this time, in that particular configuration of human that you are? Who do you want to be? What is your purpose? What are you bringing into the world? Connect with that and live your life from that. And then number 7 is the garden, which is to cultivate nurturing relationships. Some of us cultivate relationships that are not mutually nurturing, or we've had relationships and then we get into a teaching like this and we start to learn and realize and recognize our value and our self-worth in a new way, and then maybe it's time to release some relationships that are not mutually nurturing because you are deserving and you are taking ownership of your own happiness, and this is part of that. So, the garden, cultivate nurturing relationships, powerful. So this book, you can have this book on your bookshelf. I'm very happy to have it in my collection now and refer back to it. I also have the Audible, which I love it, and I listen to it. I've listened to it 3 times already. Okay, so I'm going to invite Jimmy and the band up now to begin to prepare for our closing song, and as they do that, I want to invite you again this week with the sacred wonder of joy and love in your heart explore the ways in which you can share a life of play with your loved ones. Find a partner to dance with. Play an inclusive board game. Carry this energy into the entire community. So your homework, yes, is to let play be the gateway into deeper relationships for you. And remember what Ernest Holmes said, the person who is always glad will surround themselves with people who are happy, and life will be a continual enjoyment. Now, our specific call to action is 3 things. 1 is to make plans with a friend to do something fun together. Yeah, put it in the calendar and don't let anything bump it off of your priority list, okay? Number 2, when you are invited to do something fun, accept the invitation no matter what. And 3, consider for yourself, what is something that I love to do that would be fun to share with my spiritual community? Like Jan, for example, she's not here today in form, but there's this idea floating around, and I think it's with, remind me your name? Judy. Jan and Judy teaching us a line dance to a spiritual song. How fun is that going to be, right? What is something that you, yes, oh, see, they want it. What is something that you love to do that would be fun for us as a spiritual community to enjoy together? And bring that to me. Bring that to us. Let's take a deep breath together. Let's do that again. And one more time. And so it is from this place where I know that Spirit is all that there is. It is all that there ever was, and it is all that there ever will be. And I'm so grateful to know that I am one with this presence right here and right now, and that this is true for each and every one here, for the Zoomers watching, and for everything and everyone. All the entire manifest creation. There is but one thing happening, and it is divine. And we each have been birthed into existence at this particular time on this planet together. Here we are, out of over 7 billion people. We're together in this room. We're together on Zoom. This has meaning. This is powerful. This is meaningful. And so as we have been birthed into existence and are here together, what gifts do I bring? We begin to ask ourselves and allow that answer to be revealed. What is my divine purpose? Who am I called to be? And truly, you are called to be your authentic, magnificent, brilliant, beautiful, divine self. You are perfect exactly as you are, whole and complete. I know that all of our needs are met, that we are each thriving financially, we are thriving spiritually. Life is amazing. And so I know and claim for each one of us that as we go forward from here, there is a board game in our future, or a puzzle, or whatever it is. But we have a board game, maybe even today, for the overachievers. You can start right after the service. Oh, so beautiful. And if it's not today, it is someday this week. And we allow ourselves to break through that barrier, which is some kind of fear of inviting someone to play. We bust through. That barrier is dissolved right now back into the native nothingness from whence it came, so that we can reach out and connect and engage in play and fun. And it is so good. It is so, so good. And so I know that this day is truly blessed, and that as we go forward from here, we are guided, and the sun is shining upon us, the sun is shining from within us, and the love is pouring out into every aspect of our lives, because it is who we are. So thank you, Spirit. I am happy and I know it. I'm so grateful, and I release this prayer knowing it is so, and so it is.
We were born before the wind, also younger than the sun. Yeah, the bonnie boat was one as we sailed into the misty. But hark now, hear the sailors cry. Smell the sea and feel the sky. Let your soul and spirit fly into the misty. Yeah, when that foghorn blows, I will be coming home. And when that fog hill blows, I can hear it. I don't want to fear it no more. And I want to rock your gypsy soul, just like way back in the days of old. Together we will float into the misty. Yeah, when that foghorn blows, I will be going home. Yeah, when that foghorn whistle blows, I can hear it. Ain't gonna fear it anymore. 'Cause I wanna rock your gypsy soul, just like way back in the days of old. Together we will flow into the misty. Yeah, when that foghorn blows, I will be coming home. Yeah, when that foghorn blows, I can hear it. Ain't gonna fear it no more. I wanna rock your gypsy soul, just like in the days of old. Together we will float into the misty. Yeah, together we will float into the misty.
All right. Woo-hoo! Beautiful. Thank you. Okay, beloveds, It is now time for our gifts and offerings. If the ushers will please come forward. We have conscious giving, and so if you have a check, you can take your check, or if you have cash, the invitation is to place your cash in the envelope that is provided in that order of service, and put your name on the envelope. Susan's holding one up. That way, we can record your giving and then send you a tax-deductible giving letter at the end of the year. And so, Zoomers, you can go to paypal.me/awakeningways, and I believe that's it. and complete what? Or do monthly, yes, thank you. And then if you have already given on PayPal, or if that's the way that you give when the basket comes around, you can absolutely bless it and thank you. So now let's take our gifts and place them over our hearts, and please repeat after me. Divine love through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Joyously I give, and joyfully I receive. And so it is. Here we go.
I am so grateful for all these gifts. We are so grateful for all these gifts. These gifts of your abundance, your love, your service, your smiles, your hugs. All of these gifts are from your heart, from the divine. And as we give, so shall we receive. So that is the circle. The gifts of everything are returned back to us in ever more abundance. And for that I am grateful. And that's it. And so it is.
Here, I'll take that. All right. Yes. Beautiful. Oh, let's give some love to Sonia first before our announcements, angels. We love you, Sonia. Woo! I don't think we have kids here today, but thank you.
Okay, I'm your announcement angel this week. All these things pop up. You might notice that several of us have many different hats we wear. And if y'all would like one of these hats, you can speak to someone and find a way to volunteer with us. Okay, next week, you don't want to miss next Sunday. We have Reverends Melissa Philippe and Z. Egloff as our guest speakers and musicians with a workshop following the service. They were keynote speakers and musicians for the Anton Conference in October, which I missed. You don't want to miss this dynamic duo sharing their talent and ministry. The workshop is called Oh My God Practice. What if there was a technique that would make everything in your life better? What if it was super easy to learn and fun to do? What if there was a workshop where you could learn everything you needed to know about this new and exciting technique? Oh my God, there is. Oh, that's... They facilitated this workshop at the Anton Conference. It was so fun. All the participants had a joyful time and left with this powerful tool in their spiritual tool belts. Now you can too. You really don't want to miss this. The investment for this workshop is just $25. We need at least 10 people here to make it worthwhile for everybody. You got to get that, that energy flowing. And, transformation guaranteed. Woo! Lots of laughter, too. And there's a sign-up sheet right over there. Yes, our movie night is on. We're so thrilled to be holding our first movie night since before the pandemic. And we've got, like, this big screen TV now. It's no more doing it on the laptop. So this should be great. We want to spend time with you, beloved family, in some fun ways. If you haven't signed up to attend, please sure to do so today. I'd like now to invite Kevin O'Shea up to tell us about this fabulous movie opportunity this Friday night at the office.
What can I say after that? The movie's called One. And I thought that was a perfect movie for this time and place in history and COVID and wars in Europe and such. And it's a first-time filmmaker, Ward Powers, and he's got several people, Thich Nhat Hanh, Ram Dass, and I got to keep doing this. Just people that are commenting about what that means. Oneness is the basis of all our spiritual growth. I think it's primal, that whole concept. So come on, it's on April 1st at the office, 7350 El Camino Real at 6 p.m. $5 suggested donation, but I won't turn anyone away.
Okay, and now Reverend Elizabeth has something to share.
Okay, I have my own mic. So we are super excited. The fundraising committee and I met last week, and we have developed a new fundraiser, and it's really a fun fundraiser. And so we worked on this. It's actually borrowed from some other spiritual communities. They've had a lot of success and a lot of fun with it. And so at our annual meeting, so many of you filled out these forms and indicated the kind of activities you would like to see us having. And so this is our opportunity to start doing this type of activity. Now I'm going to try to do this briefly, but the fundraiser is called Gourmets for God, and it is Gathering for Good. And so how does it work? Well, members and friends of the community volunteer to host a dinner, a brunch, a breakfast, a picnic, anything in between, right? You get to choose what kind of event you want to have. There's food, and you get to choose how many people, 4, 6, 8, 10, whatever. And it's all decided by you, the host. You can pair up with another host, and the meal can be in your home or at any location. It could be anything. Anything is possible, right? Psst. Hey, in the back. Fellow members and friends will then bid on your meal during our Gourmets for God silent auction. Will commence after Sunday services beginning on Easter Sunday and go through May 8th. So that creates a delightful fundraiser for Awakening Ways. So what it means is that you decide, you get creative, you're going to host this fun, amazing event at your home. Maybe you're going to have tea in the garden or something, right? And you decide how much it's going to cost, and you pay for the meal, and you prep the meal or however you want to do it. And there's a ton of there's so many different possibilities. And I've got some information on different types of meals and events back on the table back here. So if you want to come over there after the service, we can review some of those. But here's an example. Come and tie one on. It's at the home of Dick and Jane Smith in Templeton on Friday, June 24th at 7 p.m. Mary will delight you with her Thai red curry, pineapple chicken rice, and a delicious dessert, while the hors d'oeuvres, drinks, and wine will be presented by Ed. We will also have a special surprise soloist who will be providing a piano sing-along. of all your favorite songs after dinner. This will be big fun. You see, you get to get creative and collaborate with others on this and have some fun. And then it's you creating this event, and then people end up auctioning by placing a bid, and then all of the money that's raised from that goes to Awakening Ways. And we get to have fun and collaborate and be together. How cool is that? Did I miss anything, Betty? I know that Betty was on the team and on the call.
No, I think you covered it.
Okay, good.
Groups are smaller though, so there's only like maybe 8 or 10 people at each event.
Yeah.
So it's not unlimited. That's why you're auctioning off the seats.
Yes. Yeah, it could be 4 people. Say you have a.
For the whole church.
You're not cooking for the whole church, right? Thank you. Rebecca is also on the team. And so we went through this whole thing, and we've already got 5 really awesome events. Do you want to say what yours is real quick?
Well, I'll be taking a group kayaking out in Morro Bay.
She's going to be taking a group kayaking out in Morro Bay. So that's awesome. And then there will be some kind of picnic lunch. Peanut butter and jelly. No, just kidding.
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
All right.
There'll be some sort of picnic.
Some sort of picnic. How cool is that? So she's going to take care of everything to create that event, and then folks in the room and then those that aren't here will say, okay, the starting bid is say $20 or $25, and then she has a certain number of people. And then if it gets to the amount of people and you really want to attend this, then you get to add a little bit more money so you can make sure you get in there. So it's fun and super joyful. And there's another one that you can get totally creative. The second one is Life's a Beach with Chippendale Otter. And this is at Oceano Dunes on Saturday, July 2nd at 4 p.m. Chippendale are gathering a crowd at their favorite beach for a good old-fashioned weenie roast. They'll provide the hot dogs, buns, chips, and fixins, and vegan dogs too, plus all the ingredients for s'mores. Then they'll enjoy a sunset together on the beach and maybe a few sing-alongs. How cool, right? And so this is coming soon. If you are interested in hosting a dinner, please see me. Please do not take any of the paperwork back there without first chatting about it. And so we have applications where you can fill out the kind of event that you want to have if you're serious about it. We really want you to have fun with this. And so that's it. Thank you. Oh, you have a question? Okay.
I'm not done. I've got more stuff here. Okay, so she did that. We talked about the book, the March book. It's still available. Be sure to get one. We also have Science of Mind magazines for $5. I get mine through the mail, and it's absolutely wonderful. It's got great articles. It's got daily inspirations. If you have not brought in your jar of inspiration and your final gift, you can do so at any time. If you're on Zoom, you can mail a check to the office or donate on PayPal. With your PayPal donation, please insert the word jar on your donation. We're still collecting donations to send to the Red Cross to benefit people of the Ukraine. If you're on Zoom, you can use PayPal to do that also. And please include the word Ukraine with your donation. Not there's so many choices of things to give. Did you say there was something else that?
Okay, so Reverend Elizabeth was talking about fun, and she was talking about invitations. I have an invitation for you after service today to come over to my house and look through hundreds of clothes that were donated by other people, some of us here in the community, and they didn't find homes. And I bet it's because you want to take them home. And so there are amazing clothes. This is one that I got yesterday. I mean, these clothes are amazing. And it's just, there were several of us here, and I think we all found something. So There's your invitation for today for fun. Sorry, guys, it's all women's clothes, but oh well. Maybe next time we'll do a co.
It was so much fun. I'm so tired. Okay, lastly, I'd like to raise and praise all of our volunteers. Let's give us a round of applause. Woohoo! Yes, okay. Oh, excuse me. Your God is showing.
All right, let's circle up for the benediction and call and response. Thank you, Kristen. That was fabulous. Oh, we might need to scoot in. Oh boy. Oh man, we're half a room this time. Huh? Oh, we can go further out. Amoeba. Wow. Amoeba. Won't you know with me that you are never alone, that God is where you are right now and always, and all that we ever need do is turn within, and it is here we will find we are guided, sustained, directed, and inspired by a source that knows only good. Joyously let us make use of these gifts in all that we think, in all that we say, and in all that we do. Please repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening as me right now.
Something wonderful is happening right now.
It is this thing called life.
It is this thing called life.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my pocketbook.
Life is in my pocketbook.
Life is in my relationships.
Life is in my relationship.
Life is everywhere.
Life is everywhere.
I think it.
I think it.
I feel it.
I feel it.
I believe it.
I believe it.
I express it.
I express it.
I accept it.
I accept it.
Just the way that it is.
Just the way that it is.
And just the way that it is not.
And just the way that it is not.
Thank you, life.
Thank you, life.
Woo!
May I be filled